It's time for another Dice Tower review from Gamers Remorse.
Hello and welcome back to Gamers Remorse. Today we're taking a look at the game Metacell.
Got it.
Metacell Genesis is a set collection game with player-unique abilities. The game is for 2 to 4 players, ages 8 and up, and takes about 30 minutes to play. The background of this game is that you are in the Metacell universe. While in flight towards your destination of battling the Metacell, presumably some all-knowing super alien, you are given this light game to play to test your mental reflexes and abilities. Each player is randomly given a character card. Each character allows you a special ability. The game is essentially set collection by color. The goal is to earn the most points, and you earn points by playing a set of same colored cards. Each turn, you draw a card, and then either play a set of 3 or more same colored cards, play a black card, or do nothing and pass your turn. Once a matched set is played, it is given a power. An example is that a match of 3 is worth 3 points, a match of 4 is worth 5 points, and a match of 5 is worth 7 points, so on and so forth. Once a set has been played, it is set and cannot be altered except by another player playing a black card, which cancels out one of your cards in the set, thereby lowering its power, or by a player character special ability. There are also white cards, which act as a wild card. Again, these cannot be played after a set has been played, but must be played during a set. The game plays until the game deck is exhausted or a player runs out of cards, whichever comes first. The points played are tallied, and cards that haven't been played are subtracted from your score. 1 point for each card. The player with the most points wins.
Alright, so we have 4 hero types. We take those, shuffle them up. Shuffle, pick, choose and lose.
Who goes first? In the rules it says roll a die, paper, rock, scissors, or battle to first blood.
Blood. How about we vote on who put the most effort into their costume?
You mean putting on a onesie?
I mean,
I did have to crawl into
we
it.
put in a couple of hats, so... Alright, you go first. Woohoo, Robert!
I am the courtesan.
I am the High Paladin, Dominic Moore.
What is everyone's special ability?
After I play a red match, I get to take a second turn.
I am Cyber Priest Robert, or R0B3RT Quintessence. My ability is after I play a blue match, I can add 1 card from my hand to any match set I currently already have.
And I am courtesan Mira, Quintessence. My ability is Foresight of Mind. After you make a violet match, you may look at the top 4 cards of the deck, place 1 in your hand and the rest on the top or the bottom of the deck in any order.
So your turn. You go first.
Draw card. Play a set of 3. Just keep some of the red out of Brian's hand.
I'm actually going to pass.
Well, in that case, I'm going to draw.
Do it. Do it now.
Hurry! Get to the chopper!
I am going to play 3 red, which, oh look, that gives me another turn. And I'm going to be nice. And I'm going to play a red, or a black on one of your reds. I'm the red one.
There can be only one
red.
I'm going to play 2 wilds and a violet.
Wow.
So now I draw 1, 2, 3, 4. I choose your destinies. I did.
So I draw 1 up.
What am I going to draw?
What am I
A
going
card.
to do, man? Alright. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, thanks, Eric, for the blue card.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Put that on your purple.
Really?
Violet.
Good lord, man.
Good man, Lord.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
He's still winning.
Hey, Eric. Will you please go ahead?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Guess what I get to do that Eric doesn't? Play a violet.
Oh, snap.
Hey, Eric, guess what? You can go ahead.
How many cards does everyone have?
2.
Whoa.
I'm about to have 2.
Hey-o.
I'm in trouble.
Oh, no.
Not this again. Perfect! perfect! Exactly what I was looking for! Not really. Dun, dun, dun. I'm out on the board, kids. 2 points.
Three.
It's even better. God.
I am trusting in the heart of the cards.
Dun, dun, dun.
Go ahead.
Game, set, match.
No twinsies.
I drew blue on the end. I should have waited 1 round, been able to done that, dropped 1, and then had my last one. Anyway, so victory! All right, we're going to review Metacell now.
All right, so I'll just jump right into my rubric for this game. For the visuals for Metacell, I give it 1.5 out of 2. I've mentioned on previous videos I love iconography and I love minimalism, and this game used both of those very well in the card design, and they didn't add too many unnecessary graphics to the card, as many people could very easily do. And I really enjoyed that. You're looking at the hand, it's pretty easy to discern what everything is. They used colors that are very different so that you can obviously tell the differences between them, but at the same time, they're within the same color schism so that you're not like, what, these are weird. So I just thought it was very friendly to the eye, and I enjoyed that greatly. Skill luck, I gave it 0.75 out of 1. It played fairly well. There's a lot of luck in what you draw and how that relates to your character's ability, but there is mass skill in when do I play a set, when do I hold and hope to draw something better, who do I play a black card on, which can open up the debate if you can't win. Does it matter who you play it on? Apparently, you might not want to play it on your roommate because they know where you sleep. I didn't think about that at the time. I regret an action now. Pacing, I give that 1.75 out of 2. It plays very quickly, which is what I like about this game. At one point we were joking you could rename the game to Go Ahead, because a lot of turns it's draw, go ahead, draw, go ahead. But it's enjoyable because that gives you time to think and calculate, but not so much time that you lose interest. Theme and immersion, I give that 1 out of 2. There is a theme to it, but I feel the theme could easily be just removed and altered, so the theme does not impact play greatly. Mm-hmm. But there was enough there that I'm not just like, I'm playing blue. So that was kind of cool, and a lot of the theme came through the character abilities, which brings us right to mechanics, which I give it 0.75 out of 1. Without the characters, this game would have been very mediocre. But by adding the characters with the unique abilities that relate to the different colors, I found that really enjoyable, and especially some of the characters, the way they actually alter other characters based on what they do. Say, look at the top 4 cards and rearrange them. That was kind of cool. I wish I had that ability, but I didn't. And then was it fun? 0 to 2, I give it 1.75. This is a game that it's quick enough that you can sit down, play around, laugh up a bit, play another round, and then say, all right, let's get to something meatier, play some bigger games, then be like, hey, let's take a quick, fun little break and play another hand of Metacell. So, I mean, it's great for in-between games and just a chance to, like, cool off after a huge, immersive, thematic, giant, beat-your-face into the ground game. So, all in all, I gave it 7.5 for Metacell and Genesis.
All right. Let me just say that when we first started playing this game, I was like, I don't get it. We're just collecting matches. I don't like what's the point? But there's 2 hidden aspects to the game that are very subtle in regards to the enjoyment of this game. And the first one is Brian hit on, which is the character abilities. It totally changes how each of us played the game. And we'd played it a couple of times, and every time we played, we each had different characters, which completely changed the game entirely, I would say. So we didn't play with the courtesan, right, the first time through. When we played with this next time, it totally changed how the game played, which was kind of cool to see, because that means there's enough replayability with the different roles. That was cool to see. And the other half of it was the end conditions, right? So with our special abilities, how do you get to that end condition? When I was first playing it, I was just like, so I'm collecting matches, okay, whatever. You know, there's no max hand size, so I can do this all day. And then I looked over and Brian had 2 cards and I have like 43 of them. And I'm like, oh, okay, he's going to win. So I should start playing some stuff. So, I mean, it was just really cool to see how those interact. Going in my rubric, quality of components 0 to 2, I give it a 1.5. The artwork was very simple. Iconography, as Brian said, it was enjoyable. It didn't need to be more. Maybe thematically you would have some more stuff, but I'm pretty sure if you got into the Metacell mythos, I think they have like a comic book or a graphic novel or something, that would make more sense to us. But as it was, it worked. I didn't need more. Good balance of skill to luck, 0 to 1. I gave it a 1 because I actually thought it had a really good balance. As Brian said, you're very lucky on what you drew. However, your skill or ability to think strategically how you would play those sets. Do I hold out another round, hopefully get another blue which triggers my special ability? Or do I play it right now just to get it out of my hand and move forward? So that was really cool. I thought it was very well balanced in that regard. So I actually gave it the full 1 point. Analysis paralysis, 0 to 1. I gave it a 0.5. What was cool about this game is you could figure out what you're going to do, but until you drew that card to know what you could do completely, you couldn't really make that full decision. So there was a couple of times I took a little bit longer than I should have. So 0.5 on that, and that's from 0 to 1. Theme, 0 to 2. I gave it a 1 just because I know there's a lot of background story here, but I didn't get that from playing the game. As Brian said, we each had a different role. Okay, that's cool. They had very large names. I'm sure that means something in the mythos. But that said, I didn't need to understand it, So the theme was okay. I gave it a 1. Thrill versus competitive, 0 to 2. I gave it 1.5. These two jokers argued for like the last 15 minutes over why each of them played what they did with those black cards. So that told me right there that it is competitive and it is thrilling. There was a heightened sense of tension when you decided to hold out for another round. And you're grateful that no one else closed out that round. So that was really cool to see. And then was it fun? 1 to 2. I gave it 1.5. I would absolutely play it again. I would play it a couple of times in a night. Couple to 3 times might be the maximum I would play it, but it's a great game to play while you're waiting for that next bigger game. Mm-hmm. So overall, I gave it 7 out of 10. What'd you think, Eric?
It's a great intermission game. I could really see a big, long, immersive game and then just break it into this just to cool down. It was really fun. Very simple, very competitive. So I don't know about you, Sean, but I'm going antiquing tonight. That's where you fill an egg with flour and smash it over the
Nice.
I'm locking my door tonight.
It was a very enjoyable game. I actually give it about an 8.
7.5.
Yep.
Overall. Very cool. Check it out at the Gamecrafter. Other than that, I know that they just had it up on Kickstarter. I don't believe it passed. However, who knows? Maybe you can pick it up other than the Gamecrafter at a con or something like that. All right. Thanks, guys.
I'm hot.
Yeah, you are.
I'll say.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.